My oldest daughter and I were having a debate about boundaries in relationships. And I was trying to tell her that boundaries is not the correct word. There are other words that we should use instead of boundaries. Boundaries only mean something if the people involved know what they mean and they respect them. And after talking with her, the Lord directed me to these four things. And he gave me this acronym called RACE. RACE. RACE stands for respect, agreement, communication, and ethics. And I'm going to read to you what I've written here about this today. This life is a marathon, not a sprint. That is where most of our failures come from. We're in such a hurry to get to where we want to go that we do not prepare ourselves for the difficulties we will encounter along the way. We expect everything to run smoothly and things to go according to our plan. But that's not how it works. My daughter Chanel used the word boundaries to define relationships. I understand what she was trying to say, but I disagree that boundaries is the correct word. I'm going to use this acronym RACE, R-A-C-E, to define what a relationship should be based upon. Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone, the regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, traditions of others. Young people lack respect for their elders. That's an example. Agreement. 1A says harmony of opinion, action, or character. Concord. There's widespread agreement on the issue. That's an example. Okay. 2. An arrangement as to how a course of action reached an agreement as to how to achieve their goals. B. Compact or treaty. A contract duly executed and legally bound. And then we come to C. Communication. A process by which information use exchange between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. Personal rapport. And this is my definition of communication: to express your desires and needs clearly. And then we come to the fourth one, which is ethics. It's a system of morals, principles that guide the people, decisions, and actions. It is also known as moral philosophy. Ethics can be defined as the study in right and wrong. Ethics is the study of how to develop and maintain standards of right and wrong that are well founded. A framework for decision making. Ethics is a framework that helps people make decisions that are positive and avoid unjust outcomes. A way of life, or a way we live a good life. Ethics is concerned with how to live a good life and what gives meaning. The framework for any successful relationship must incorporate these four principles of RACE, which are respect, agreement, communication, and ethics. Upon these four, one can build a strong and enduring relationship. And that's what I believe. If you don't have respect, first of all, you have no basis to even think about starting a relationship with someone. If they don't have respect for you, and if you don't respect them, you don't have any basics to try to come to any kind of agreement, because there's no respect between the two of you. And then after you have respect and come to some kind of agreement, you have to be able to communicate clearly with each other. That's also very important. And then along with that, once you've established respect, agreement, and communication between you, if that person who you're trying to have a relationship has no sense of ethics or moral sense of values that they're going to stand by, live by, then you can't have a successful relationship with that person, because they have no sense of right and wrong. They will violate the principles of agreement that you may have agreed upon. They may have said they're going to adhere to, but they were lying, because they have no sense of right and wrong, no sense of ethics, no sense of a foundation they're going to hold firm to. Good example of people who have boundaries. Ukraine had a boundary. They had borders. And when Russia decided they wanted to invade them, they just ignored their borders and the boundaries and went in and attacked them. And that's the way it is with people in relationships. No matter how strong you think your borders or your boundaries are, doesn't mean anything if the person you're involved with doesn't respect them. If they're bigger than you, stronger than you, they'll just run over you. And that's the problem in relationships many times. People will run over each other, disrespect each other, simply because where there's power, or where there's power, there's might. Or the mighty think they're powerful enough to just do whatever they want to do. It's not right, but that's the way of the world. So don't base relationships on anything other than race. Respect, agreement, communication, and ethics. May God bless you, is my prayer.